ENCOLAWS lawyer, patent trademark attorneys, investment consultants would like to wish you a productive day and update you on our legal document updates week 3 of May 2023 with the following contents. New guidelines for business lines, identification numbers of business lines, identification numbers of business household. Circular No. 2/2020 3T B2B Gate UE GOT, which is issued on April 18, 2023 of the Ministry of Planning and Investment guiding business lines, identification numbers of business households. In particular, the identification number of a business household means a sequence of numbers automatically generated by the tax registration application system and transmitted to the information system on business household registration for a grant to the business household upon registration. An identification number of a business household is recorded on a business household registration certificate and also serves as a tax identification number of a business household. Writing of business lines. The writing of business lines of business households shall comply with Clause 1, Article 89 of Decree No. 1/2020 when registering a business household establishment, notifying the addition or change of business lines, a business household founder or business household shall select a Level 4 industrial sector in the Vietnam Standard Industrial Classification System for writing as a main business line in the business household registration request. The writing of main business lines of business households under Clauses 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, Article 7 of Decree No. 1/2021 CP. The district-level business registration agency shall guide, compare, and write the main business lines in the information system on business household registration. Circular No. 2/2023 TT Decade takes effect on July 1, 2023. 6 new policies supporting to reduce of the enterprise's charges until 2025. Support to reduce the enterprise's charges and enhance the abilities to access preferential capital sources and state support resources are the important tasks in Resolution 58-NE. In particulars, 6 policies of supporting to reduce the enterprise's charges and enhance the abilities to access preferential capital sources and state support resources are issued by the government, including the Ministry of Finance shall take prime responsibility to implement the efficiency of solutions on supporting taxes, fees, charges, and land rentals which are issued to implement the program. For economic and social recovery and development, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development shall coordinate with the Ministry of Finance to implement solutions of supporting to reduce input materials and supplies for agricultural production, especially animal feed. The Ministry of Construction shall remove the difficulties in charge management and construction norm for enterprises. The Ministry of Industry and Trade shall suggest changing the retail electricity tariff structure, research and supplement the subjects of tourist accommodation establishment, which apply the retail electricity price as the retail electricity price for production industries. The State Bank of Vietnam shall direct credit institutions for capital centralization for the enterprise's production and business activities. People's committees of provinces and cities shall make the plan for reducing the water usage levy of enterprises in the localities. The government's Resolution 5080 CP, which is issued on April 21, 2020, prescribes a number of major policies and solutions to support enterprises to proactively adapt, recover quickly, and develop sustainably until 2025. Procedure for online business household registration from July 1, 2023. On April 18, 2023, the Minister of Planning and Investment hereby issues the Circular No. 2/2023, backed on amending and supplementing a number of articles of Circular 1/2020 1TEE, BOC dated March 16, 2021, guiding enterprise registration. Accordingly, Circular 2 supplements a number of regulations on business household registration via electronic information network as follows. Registration dossiers. A dossier's electration via electric information network comprises the documents specified in Decree 1/2021 and is displayed in the form of e-document. Dossiers for business household registration via electronic information network are as legally valid as dossiers for business household registration in paper form. E-documents may be in the format of doc or PDF. Dossiers for business household registration via electronic information network shall be accepted when the following requirements are fully met. The dossier comprises sufficient papers which are fully filled according to regulations applicable to paper dossiers and have been converted into e-documents. E-documents must be named consistently with the names of documents in paper dossiers. Business household owners, household members, or other individuals who sign business household registration. Dossiers may use their digital signatures to sign e-documents directly or sign paper documents and then scan the paper documents. Information declared on the information system must be sufficient and accurate as those declared in the paper dossier, covering information on the telephone number and email of the dossier submitter. The dossier must be authenticated with the digital signature of the business household owner or the person authorized by the business household owner to carry out business household registration procedures. In case of authorization, the dossier must be enclosed with the papers and documents specified in Clause 4, Article 84 of Decree No. 120/21. The time limit for a business household to modify or supplement its dossier for business household registration via the Electronic Information Network is 60 days after the district level business registration agency issues a request for dossier modification or supplementation. Case this time. Limit: if the district level business registration agency does not receive the modified or supplemented dossier from the business household, it shall cancel the business household registration dossier according to the set process on the information system on business household registration. Procedure for business household registration. Business household registration via Electronic Information Network means that a business household founder or business household carries out the procedures for business household registration in accordance with Decree 120/21. System on business household registration. The applicant for household business registration shall declare information, upload e-documents, and use a digital signature to authenticate the business household registration dossier according to the process on the information system on business household registration. The district level business registration agency shall return the receipt of the dossier and the results of the procedure according to the process on the information system on business household registration. Modes of payment of business household registration fees. Pay the business household registration fee at the business household registration fee at the time of submitting the business household registration dossier. The fee can be paid directly at the business household registration office at the district level or transferred to the account of the district level business registration agency or using the online payment service of the National Public Service Portal. The business registration fee shall not be refunded to the business household if it is not granted a business household registration certificate. Circular No. 2/2023 takes effect on July 1, 2023. The government issues the resolution to support clients borrowing on April 23, 2023. The government issues the resolution No. 59 TP on solutions to support clients borrowing for personal consumption purposes. In accordance with the resolution, the government agrees to the proposal of the State Bank of Vietnam on solutions to support customers borrowing for personal consumption purposes. Within that, the State Bank of Vietnam shall, according to its assigned functions, tasks, and powers, urgently consider, decide, and promulgate a circular guiding credit institutions to implement them, ensure suitability, rigor, feasibility, efficiency, transparency, compliance with the law, and safety of the system of credit institutions. At the same time, strengthen inspection, control, and supervision of the implementation of the policies in accordance with the law to limit risks and prevent self-seeking loss or violation of the law. The Resolution 59 Nagao Kiwi takes effect on April 23, 2023. In accordance with Fan News Report 2023, the Prime Minister requires the State Bank of Vietnam to finish the draft circular on restructuring debts and debt relief, not transfer debt group, with the direction to expand the subjects and extend the subjects and extend them. Application time. Regards to the draft on amending the circulars prescribing the purchase of corporate bonds of credit institutions and branches of foreign banks, the Prime Minister requires to create favorable conditions for credit institutions and investment and loan for corporate bonds in order to increase supply, liquidity, and market development on a safe and efficient basis. The State Bank of Vietnam shall direct banks to lower suitable interest rates to support enterprises and people. At the same time, urgently submit plans to restructure the weak credit institution. especially the case of Scheme Bank. Transactions valued at $400 million are subject to reporting for December 1. On April 27, 2023, the Prime Minister issues decision No. 11/2023 KEDDD on high-value transactions subject to reporting, and these regulations take effect on December 1, 2023. To be specific, the value level of high-value transactions subject to reporting is VIN 400 million or 100 million or more. This decision prescribes the level of high value transactions reported to the State Bank of Vietnam. Financial institutions, related organizations, and individuals engaged in non-financial business line. Credit institutions may redeem corporate bonds not yet listed on the securities market. On April 23, 2023, the State Bank of Vietnam issues the circular No. 3/2023 TU ban providing the purchase and sale of corporate bonds by credit institutions and foreign bank branches. In particular, Circular 3 has the cessation of the effect of Clause 11. Article 4 of Circular No. 16/2020, 1 to 8 from April 24, 2023 to December 31, 2023. During the period of ceasing the effect of the provisions, a credit institution or foreign bank branch, hereinafter referred to as a credit institution, may redeem corporate bonds not yet listed on the securities market and not yet registered for trading on the unlisted public company market, upcome, hereinafter referred to as unlisted corporate bonds. It has sold or unlisted corporate bonds issued in the same lot issuance with unlisted corporate bonds it was sold with. It complies with other provisions of Article 4 of the Circular No. 16/2020, 1. Team. The bond purchaser has made full payment by the time of signing the contract on sale of corporate bonds with the credit institution. The bond issuer is rated the highest at the time nearest to the time the credit institution purchases corporate bonds under the credit institution's regulations on internal credit rating. Circular No. 3/2023. Build-a-Box takes effect on April 24, 2023. 3/23. Reduce fee for use registration of the national domain name. VIN from June 1, 2023. The Ministry of Finance reduces many types of fees for use registration of the national domain from June 1, 2023 at Circular No. 2020-23 TDT 2020-2023. DT defines the rates, collection, remittance management, and use of charges for use maintenance of the domain name and EP addresses, including charges for use maintenance and charges for use maintenance of IP addresses, fees for use registration of the national domain name, and fees for use registration of IP addresses. Within that, charges for use maintenance of the national domain name, VANE, shall be paid by year, 12 months, for the first time upon registration, and for next year when the payment for maintenance of the domain name is due. In case of transfer of the right to use the national domain name, a transfer must pay the fee for use registration of the national domain name upon re-registration of the domain name and charge for use maintenance of the national domain name of the years following the year for which the payment or charge applicable to the transferred domain name have been paid. The fee for use registration of the national domain name, VANE, shall be decreased by 50 from VANE 200,000 to VANE 100,000 as follows. Second level domain name with 1 digit. Second level domain name with 2 digit. Other second level domain names. Third level domain names. Third level domain name below the generic second level domain name, then decides. Fee for a third level domain name below the generic second level domain name below edu. Even Govon, org, vin, ek, vin, and ich, vin, and vin in domain names by administrative boundaries is reduced from VANE 120,000 to VANE 50,000. The Circular 2020,000. The Circular 2020-23 for enterprises and people. On April 28, 2023, the Ministry of Finance issues official dispatch No. 4,296 BC on reviewing and suggesting reducing charges and fees to remove difficulties for enterprises and people. The Ministry of Finance proposes to reduce charges and fees in 2023 in order to reduce charges and fees in 2023. In particular, reach the collection rate of 35 charges and fees. The application time is from July 1, 2023 to December 31, 2023. The Ministry of Finance proposes ministries and ministerial level agencies urgently access the collection, payment, management, and use charges and fees in industries and fields of management. Review and propose the adjustment to reduce the collection levels of fees and charges. Within that, pay attention to the impact assessment of reducing proposed charges and fees, including the reduction of 36 charges and fees in the last 6 months of 2023, as prescribed in Circular No. 120-2020, 1-T Biddy, Circular No. 120-2020, 1-Beat-C also reduces the collection rate from 10/50s for the charges and fees as follows. Fee for issuance of citizens' identity cards. Fees for issuance of certificates of technical safety and environmental protection for motorized vehicles and special use vehicles. Fee for grant of protection titles and certificates of registration of industrial property rights, transfer contract. Application for protection of intellectual property rights. Charge for verification of papers and documents upon request of domestic organizations and individuals. Fee for grant of permits for sending guest workers abroad to work. Charge for the appraisal for approval of fire prevention and lighting designs. Thank you for reading our legal document updates.
Thank you for reading our legal document updates and for trusting in our services.